All right, we are back. Personal Healthcare Reform Talk Show on Pegasus NetWaves, taking your health to a higher level. And, of course, today, well, I'm going to say Happy National Dump Day to everybody out there, because it is National Dump Day. If you don't know that, you know that now. January 15th is National Dump Day. Why? Because 90% of the people out there are going to dump their resolutions, which is a really big, sad figure. We're going to talk about that later on today with my special wild guest. I don't know why I brought him on. This is gonna be nuts. So we're probably gonna run over on time and laugh hysterically and share some old jokes, and he'll probably throw some stuff out there about me I don't want out there on the radio. So go out to ClintFuquay.com, personalhealthcarereform.com. You're going to see some new stuff on both the websites, and also brand new one, ClintsPrograms.com. Really cool brand new landing page. Just got developed for me. He's got all my services put on there. Speaking of my health partners, MedCall Assist, which is they're going to have some new stuff called MedCall Pro we'll talk about in February. Kinesi, which is, of course, my athletic clothing line that's out there now. Great stuff. If you're going to work out, if you haven't dumped that resolution yet, go out and get some Kinesi. Awesome stuff. It's active cotton, best athletic wear you're going to ever put on your body. Human, helping unite mankind and nutrition. So if you got a company and you want to get some better vending in there, some better snacks, these are the guys to talk to. So talk to me so I can get you with them to talk to them. And also ID Life, because, well, what's better than having your own customized nutrition with your name on it? Of course, I've been with this company for the past year. Seriously, go online, take the free health assessment. Awesome stuff. I got some other stuff to talk about with them as well. And my brand new health partner and sponsor for the show, a Healthy Home Company. Go out, take the toxic test, and also we're going to be doing some stuff with a group called Invest. I'm going to talk about that here in a second as well. So a lot more to see with them. You're going to see some huge stuff going on with Healthy Home Company, because literally they just launched this month. So going to be some big stuff with them. You might even see me racing a car with these guys. That's going to be really fun. Slightly scary too. So with that, ID Life, a couple of new things with them. We got a brand new thing called My Story that starts up on the 17th. You can win cash, prizes, money, all that stuff just for getting healthy. Imagine that, and sharing your story with us, so we can help some other people get inspired and go through some transformations themselves. And, of course, Healthy Home Company, we're working with a group called Invest. We got a brand new initiative called Save Lives. If you remember the Ice Bucket Challenge, okay, we're going to do a video thing like that. No ice buckets, no wild stuff unless you want to go wild on it. So be it. Have fun. But we just want a 15-second video of you talking about why you want to help our men and women in blue stay safe out there and help support them and get them the vests that they need, because, well, if you haven't noticed, the police out there have a little bit of a target on their back right now. We want to help protect them while they have that target on their back currently, and then forward from there. And also, I've got my little corporate wellness program, Fortune Under 50 program. So if you have a company, you've got under 50 employees, you don't have a wellness program, it's time to get one. One, because productivity is going to go up. You're going to have a much better year. And ACA, they got a funny little thing in there that says you're going to have one by 2016, even if you are a small company. Ooh, yeah. Didn't know that, did you? It's in there. We'll see if it stays in there. I mean, got brand new people in Congress. You never know. They might strike it. We're going to talk about some of that stuff coming up, too, because it is hitting the hot list. So we're going to run through this right quick so we can get to the rest of the show. So ACA news. Speaking of having new Congress and representatives, guess what? 40 hours is full-time again. How about that? 30 hours was full-time. Now 40 hours is full-time if it makes it past the president's desk. So we'll see if that happens. Also, if you didn't know, prices are going up. If you didn't have health insurance and you go out and you're going to get enrolled, guess what? Prices are going up. All across the board, everywhere. Unless you're in New York, apparently I think they're dropping just a tad, but everything's more expensive in New York, so savings there is cost goes up everywhere else. You're welcome, New York, by the way. So there's that little thing in Connecticut. The Connecticut Supreme Court ruled there's a teen up there who is now has to go through chemo. This is now state mandated she has to go through chemo. Her parents are trying to keep her out of chemotherapy. She doesn't want to go through chemotherapy. She's 17. Pretty smart girl. And she studied it. She knows what the realities are. So anyway, she's being forced in. We'll see what happens with that. See if that makes it to the Supreme Court or not for ruling. And of course, it's also flu season. if you haven't heard yet, the flu vaccine, they got a bad batch. Actually, they picked the wrong flu strain, which means the flu shots that weren't effective before are even less effective now. So something that wasn't effective before is less effective now, and they still want to put it in your arm. They're telling you go ahead and just take it because it's good for you, because we're telling you to. Get some vitamin D. It's not just coming from me. That's coming from every health authority out there, except for the people at the CDC. Interesting little study that just came out. There are some experts that just basically said that cancer is just bad luck. Doesn't matter what you eat, doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter exercise, doesn't matter anything else. It's just bad luck. And in other cancer news, there's a new vaccine that's being looked at called MU-Care. Big I, little m, big M, U-Care. I'm looking at it as a cancer vaccine because it's showing very good potential with about 90% of the cancers out there, killing them off completely. So pretty cool stuff on that. We'll see if it makes it through FDA trials or not. And, of course, cold and flu season, and it is cold outside. So if you're going to have some soup, miso soup and bone broth, both awesome stuff. Take a look at them for both health potential and keep you nice and warm. So you stay healthy, you stay warm. Helps out with immune function. Miso soup, of course, has been used in Japan for years and years and years. Great for breast health, things like that. Good stuff. A couple new studies as far as weight and emotion. Weight gain is directly tied to emotion because if you haven't heard, there's this whole thing called emotional eating. So if you're emotionally tied to the food, that doesn't help. And if you're upset, that will increase weight. So with that, get happy and get lean. As far as the diets out there, we're going to talk about some diets later on today. But the number one diet in the nation is the DASH diet. Mostly because of one thing, ease of use. And that's really what it comes down to, is ease of use. Because it's the easiest one to get people involved in and to integrate into their lifestyle. That's the main reason why it's ranked as number one. Top food trends in 2015, because they are coming. So you're going to see a lot more of this out there, a lot more sour stuff. A lot more fermented stuff, which is great because you got to have some probiotics, and fermented is where you get it. Veggie hybrids, so the broccoli flour, if you haven't heard of it, you will. And the broccoli kale, is it broccoli kale? Kalakli? Anyway, all kinds of weird stuff. They've been doing some hybridization of different fruits and vegetables out there. Ramen is back on the menu, so you can go back to your college days, have some ramen, even though that stuff is horrible for you. And, of course, extreme junk food, because if you haven't seen the commercials yet, Andy will during the Super Bowl of all the brand new extreme junk food out there from, all the fast food manufacturers. It's either you get really good stuff or you get the worst of the worst. So, there's no middle ground on this thing. And CES, if you don't know what CES is, Consumer Electronics Show, just happened. Tons of cool stuff out there. The coolest thing, though, if you're a Star Trek fan, you're going to love this because it's straight out of Star Trek. There's a thing called SCIO. It's SCI big O. It is a molecular scanner. It will tell you the entire content breakdown of whatever's in front of it. So if you're sitting there, you're looking at your meal, and you want to know what's in that meal, point, click, and it will give you a readout of everything that's in the meal. Caloric density, all the vitamins, minerals, pesticides, anything. Whatever's in there, it will tell you. Pepsi challenge. You take Pepsi, you take Coke, put them next to each other. It'll tell you which one's Pepsi, which one's Coke. It's pretty cool stuff. It's not on the market yet, but they're testing it. And, of course, there's tons of brand new fitness gadgets coming out. I'll talk about this probably in February because they're still kind of getting out there. But there's all kinds of watches, bands, belts. Yeah, the belt cracks me up because it expands whenever you eat. And earbuds that check heart rate. Tons of stuff happened at CES, so that's all kind of getting shaken out right now. I'm going to do a review on a lot of that stuff in February because then it'll be out there. Tons of reviews will be out. I can kind of filter through it because it's insane how much fitness gadgetry is coming out. So with that is Health in the News. This is the first segment. And one more thing, Living Healthy, Living Smart Club is going online by the end of January. Get ready for that. Tons of video content from me. And another really, really, really big fitness personality is going to be my female half on this thing. You're going to be really surprised whenever that one shows up. So there's that. We'll be right back with my special guest. We're going to be talking about National Dump Day and resolutions and how to stay healthy for the rest of the year, not dump the resolution, and stay healthy for the rest of your life. We'll be right back.
Hi, Hi, this is Veronica. I'm here to save you time and money on your ink and toner and office supplies. We're located at my office in Lake Highlands. I would love to help you save on Office Depot and Staples prices with your ink and toner, office supplies, janitorial supplies, and any mailing and shipping needs you may have. You can contact me at www.myofficelh.com or via email at veronica@myofficelh.com.
Hello, I'm Bill Glenn, CEO of the Healthy Home Company, where we're trying to make the home a healthier place to raise a family. We are a membership buying club with over 70 safe products made from all-natural, eco-certified, and toxic-free ingredients. We encourage people to go spend the most important 3 minutes of their life to find out the toxic chemicals that exist in products that we use each and every day to clean our homes, ourselves, and our children that cause us health risks. We'd like people to go in and take the toxictest.com, spend that 3 minutes, and when they type in takethetoxictest.com, type in /the truth and understand exactly what it is that you can do to make your home a healthier place to raise a family.
All right, we are back. Personal Healthcare Reform Talk Show on Pegasus NetWaves, taking your health to a higher level. And I have on the show with me a huge Dallas Cowboys fan, because he's wearing Cowboys gear. We've been joking about this all morning. So, Mr. Kurt Chacon. I've actually talked about him on the show before. He may or may not know it.
So I have a reputation. I've never been here.
Yes, you have a reputation. You've never been here.
Thank you so much.
Yes, the people already know. Which I've already mentioned him as one of my original mentors for coming into the industry and into the business, because, well, I've known you since '97.
Yes,
not to age us.
I found Clint. He was a chipmunk living in a box in the middle of the road on the median. I took him to the club. I gave him a shower and sprinkled some Club Man on him, and he turned into a personal trainer. And, we raised him at the club, and he eventually started making his own money and moved out into his own place.
Oh, yes, and thank you very much. We're going to end the show right there. Did I mention he thinks he has a very good sense of humor? So,
hey, I make myself laugh all the time. I crack myself up.
Yes, he's the funniest man he knows.
Yeah.
So I've got him on here because you've been in the fitness industry for a long time. We've worked together for many years. Of course, the Phil Army thing that you posted on Facebook. Of course, I had to put that on there. So get ready.
Was that not classic?
Yes.
I've already started seeing stuff like that in the gym. I'm going, really? So you think that's going to work? And of course, then they're taking up, space that I need.
Oh, yeah.
Lucky they don't get hit with a 10-pound weight from across the room. Bam! Just do that in the corner.
Yeah, because I saw it. This looks cool. This is going to get me in shape. So, yeah, I posted a Phil Army thing saying, get ready. This is the preview for the show on Thursday. So you don't do stupid stuff like this in the gym. We're going to talk about some success stories, some major epic failures that we've seen around the gym, because we've seen a lot over the years.
Yes, we have. And you talked about a lot of cool stuff in your warm-up there, your fitness news, the ACA and stuff like that. I had an experience with the ACA myself. I had to go there. I had to get a plan from there. I was entitled to a subsidy, which, as you know, that's very upsetting, but that's the only way I could afford my insurance.
Oh, yeah.
Because it doubled. And just to let people know, if they think they're paying for me to have insurance, I haven't been to a doctor in 4 years. I'm not on any medications. I'm taking care of myself, and my insurance doubled.
Oh, yeah, and you got off lucky. You got off lucky.
Really? Is it worse than that out there?
It is worse than that out there. So actually, one thing I'm going to talk about, I'll start bringing this up in February as well, because open enrollment's going.
Yep.
There are actually some other alternatives outside of the ACA and Obamacare that people can start looking at. There's a lot of share accounts out there. There's a lot of resources that are coming up that are outside of the ACA. Some of them are compliant, some of them are not compliant. So I'm going to do a show on that in February.
Yeah, because you'd hate to have to overpay for something and then have it not be compliant.
Yeah,
and
no
then,
kidding.
have that come back to bite you at some other point down the road.
Yeah, because if you don't know, if you're actually going and you get a tax refund back, if you took subsidies, you make more money, you don't qualify for the subsidies anymore. Guess what? They're taking that back out of your tax refund.
Absolutely, and they give you an option of not taking all of your subsidy. It's not all on the ACA. Yeah. I'm no fan of it, but they were very clear that if you thought you were going to make more money, you should take less of the subsidy. They gave you the opportunity to take between 0 and 100% of it per dollar, $1, $10, $100, whatever it was. And they were very clear. If you take more than you are entitled to, that will come out of whatever refund, or you will have to pay additional tax. You'll have to pay that back. If you take less than you're entitled to, they will add that to your refund and or send you a check at the end of the year. But they're crystal clear.
Oh, yeah. It's even more fun in Seattle because if you go through the state exchange up there, the family is on the hook for it.
Oh, really? Everybody?
Yes.
Ooh, I didn't know that. The family's on the hook.
So if you go up there, if you're up there and you take a subsidy, and say your mom takes a subsidy, your mom dies, and she took X amount, you have to pay that back to the state. Family's on the hook. Yeah. Ouch.
Hey, debtor's prison is now returned. Yeah. I thought we got rid of that 250 years ago.
Yeah, it's back.
Okay.
So
good.
Now onto the good news. So it's New Year's resolutions, and of course resolution dump day today because it's the 15th. Well, we're recording before then, but the show goes out on the 15th. So here we are. It is resolution dump day. 90% of you have dumped your resolutions. So we're going to help you pick it back up. And so to do that, we're going to talk about a few things because people tend to do wild stuff in January because, well, they want to get in shape like yesterday.
Yes.
I'm going to lose 100 pounds in a week and put on 50 pounds of muscle. I'm going to be 8% body fat and all the other stuff. So we're just going to do a quick little round of stuff of do they work? Because we've been in the industry for a long time and tons of stuff. So diet pills, do they work?
I'm going to go no, they don't really work because all they do is camouflage what's going on. And eventually you'll have to go off. And if you have not learned good habits, what to do, what to eat, when to eat, how to exercise, how to rest, all that stuff, and you do it by diet pills, it will come back to get you. It might help you jumpstart, okay? But you still have to learn the other stuff. How's that?
Yeah, that's good. You have this thing called a heart, okay? It beats several times a day. If you make it speed up and beat a lot more during the day and it's not prepared to do that, your heart's not in shape to take the stress, you overstress it. We kind of saw this with fen-phen.
Yes, fenfluramine and what is it? There were two that they came together, right?
Yep.
And so phentermine and fenfluramine.
Yep. And it was the phentermine, I believe, that was the deadly part of it. Anyway, so there's 3 brand new obesity drugs that are coming out this year. So just be aware that since obesity is now a disease, it has been termed a disease. Guess what they can do? They can write a prescription for the drug for the disease. So before you hop on that pill, make sure you start getting everything else right because you don't know what's going to happen with those down the line. Versus stuff that you see on the open market and the supplement aisle, those are not going to kill you. Why? Well, because if they did kill you, they wouldn't be on the shelves anymore. They'd be gone. Or at least they'd have some stuff drummed up about how bad they're going to be for you, and they'll get pulled off the market for a little while like Ephedra. So, but yeah. I
miss Ephedra. I'm sorry. Yeah. Wish they'd bring that back.
It is back. You can have it.
You can?
Yeah. It's back in the market. It got.
You can't buy it just everywhere, can you?
It got demonized so badly, people just didn't want to sell it again.
Right.
That's the issue. So you can get it. It's actually made for as decongestant because what it was made for in the first place. So, yeah. So final tally on the pills. They don't really work. They kind of do work. They might help you kickstart, but you got to know what you're doing in the first place. Really, the place that they do shine is that last 5 pounds, getting that off, that's where they shine because by that point you're in shape and you can handle them. And they do pull off that last 5 pounds pretty well.
Well, I also like to add, if you're someone who's struggled losing weight because you've spent, half or 3/4 of a lifetime with poor habits, I just want you to think about karma and the universe and what goes around comes around. Can you trash your health for 40 years and you really think you can take a pill and remedy all that in one? Just want you to put that equation in your head and see if you really think that's how it's supposed to work. It's not. You can help yourself a little bit, but in the end, until you build those habits, you're going to be right back where you are as soon as the prescription runs out.
Yep, it's all about the habits. The pills don't do jack until the habits are done. So, moving forward, fad diets, because there's tons of fad diets out there. I mean, I talked about the DASH diet, and it's number one because it's ease of use. People can
explain the DASH diet for us.
The DASH diet. Basically, the DASH diet is reducing the amount of sodium that you take in and reducing sugars. That's about it.
Not bad.
Yeah,
it's not bad. I'd like to think that there's more to a good nutrition program than that. I like to say, at any time, at this time of year, people jump in and a lot of people have grabbed a plan. Maybe it's the DASH diet. Maybe what was that Body for Life that used to go around? Whatever.
Bill Phillips, Body for Life. It was an awesome program.
Okay. Some plan is better than no plan.
Yeah.
And some plan will get you headed in the right direction. But eventually, you'll have to find your plan because no one plan works for everyone. So taking sugar and salt out of your diet, regular table salt, sodium chloride, it's probably not bad for you. Probably will see some results because if you take sugar out of your average person's diet, you've removed a lot of bad stuff, okay?
Huge. Yeah. The DASH diet was actually put out there specifically for anybody that's got high blood pressure. That's the main reason.
Well, to take sodium out of your diet or to reduce it, you really should not eat any processed foods. You only eat whole foods and real foods. That's not a fad diet. That's a sound diet, okay? And fad diets don't teach you good habits, serving size, discipline, eating at the right time. None of that. You will get some results early, but eventually, it goes back to what we said about the pills. Have you learned what it takes for your body to change? Have you learned what it takes for your body to adapt? Have you learned what your body does and does not like? And until you do that, you'll have marginal success. You'll be one of those people that's in and out and in and out. I've gained, you've gained and lost 1,000 pounds.
The big yo-yo,
right?
Big yo-yo thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. My thing on fad diets, it's 90 days to failure. It is a 90 days to failure program on the fad diets and the fad exercise programs because what are they set up for? They're set for 90 days. Do this thing for 90 days. Torture yourself for 90 days. Go through the deprivation. It's like being in a concentration camp. Sorry, go through this horrendous torture. You're going to hate every second of it. But once you hit day 90, you're done. You never have to do it again. And so you go through this whole cycle because, well, let's face it, the fitness industry is an industry. We have stuff to sell, and we like to sell you the same stuff over and over again. So if we make it repeatable, we can get you into the loop. And sorry, that's just the bad, dark side of the fitness industry, but it is there. You do something for 9 days, you do great on it, you get off, you have horrible failure, you find something else for 9 days. Do great at it, get off of it, failure. And you just repeat the cycle. So that's why you do what Kurt says, and you learn what works for your body, take it in, make it a lifestyle, make sure it's something you're going to do for the next year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years.
I think a lot of people look at a program and they jump in, and if they don't look like a fitness model, if they do not look like someone who belongs on the cover of Muscle and Fitness, they give up.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a very difficult conversation to have with someone to tell them that exercise and good nutrition is right of its own accord, regardless of what results may or may not come. We can sit here and debate whether or not exercise and good nutrition will prolong your life. It's really hard. It correlates, but we can't prove that. And I can't sit here and say to somebody listening, yes, if you do these things, you will live longer, you will have a better quality of life, cause and effect. There's some correlation. You do it because it's the right thing to do. You do it because you got to take care of your body. I say health care is what you give yourself. Medical care is what you get when the first step has not produced the results that you need, or you have some sort of accident or disease that befalls you. But healthcare is what you do for yourself, and exercise and good nutrition are the top two things. Medical insurance is number 3.
Oh yeah, it's all an investment. I've always said that a 6-pack is not healthy. It's the outcome of doing healthy things. Because you and I both know a lot of people with 6-packs and 8-packs that are some of the most unhealthy people you will ever meet in your life.
And Clint and I have been around long enough to know that some of the pictures and some of the testimonials that you see are either faked or they are done with the help of performance-enhancing drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Then they sell you a program, and you don't get the results like that. Well, it's because it was either fake or somebody was juicing during it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
right.
And unfortunately, you as a consumer surfing the internet looking for somebody to sell you a program that works for you do not know which is which.
Yep, exactly.
Because there are a lot of guys out there and ladies out there that are doing it right, but a lot of them are just trying to sell you something, and they'll use any means to do it.
Yep, because cash is king, and there's been some people out there really looking for a lot of cash, especially this time of year, because they know you're looking for hope. And if they can offer you some hope, you're going to grab onto it, because that's that thing that you're grabbing onto and hope, and it's going to work for you this time. So with that, before we get out of here, how do people get a hold of you? Because you've got several different services. You do health, and you also, this. Don't sue this man. Don't try to sue him, because he's also a lawyer.
Yes, that was my training in school. I was a lawyer. I practiced personal injury trial law for 10 years. I mean, you can get a hold of me simply by emailing me. I go by Coach Kurt, CoachKurt, Coach Kurt at me.com, Coach Kurt at me.com, or you can go to my website. That's KurtChacon, KurtChacon.com. How do you spell my last name? Think like bacon, only Chacon. Kurt Chacon like bacon, and then you'll get it. Because Chacon, they don't get that. But if I say Kurt Chacon like bacon, oh, yeah, Chacon.
He's bribing you people with bacon. How about that?
There's nothing wrong with a little bacon every now and then.
Yeah. Well, if you don't want to see Kurt and you want somebody with a pretty face, it's not going to bribe you with bacon. You can look me up. Sorry, I told you it's gonna be a wild show today. So
put bacon around my neck to get people to pick me on their sports teams back when I was young.
So with that, this is Clint Fuquay, Personal Health Care Reform Talk Show. I'll be back. Next show is gonna be the big show about the show. We're gonna talk about all my health partners and what's going on here. And Kurt, thanks for coming on and having fun.
I've enjoyed it. Hope to come back sometime.
Oh, yeah, we'll have you back on. So with that, come back, join us for the next show. Tons of stuff coming up to help you take your health to a higher level.